Aloha, y'all. Welcome back to the Socially Awkward Chef. We are going to start with 1 pound of tomatillos that we went ahead and husked as well as washed. And what I usually do when I'm at the store is I grab a couple extra just in case you end up peeling one that's a little funky. And that one's not so bad, so I'm just going to cut away that portion and just use the rest. I also have 2 jalapenos as well as 2 Serrano peppers, and this, of course, you can do it to your particular spice level. And I have a saute pan on medium heat, and we're going to go ahead and put these on with no oil and let them get a little bit of char on all the sides. While we're getting some color on the tomatillos and peppers, let's go ahead and cut up half of a small onion. I typically use white onions, but they were out at the store, so I've got half of a yellow onion. And we also have 2 cloves of garlic that I will add to the frying pan in just a little bit. So for your onion, we're going to just do a small dice or chop. I'm just passing a knife through a few times because we don't want big old hunks of onion in our salsa. This looks good, so let's put this to the side for now. And next I'm going to chop up some cilantro as soon as I give those tomatillos a turn in the pan. So next I am going to chop up some cilantro. And the easiest thing to do is grab it into a loose ball and then make sure you tuck in your fingers and just give it a chop. You can remove some of the stems or all of the stems if you prefer. I actually like the more tender stems because they add more flavor. It's looking pretty good. Maybe a couple more passes. Our cilantro should look like this. And our onions look like this. I've pulled the tomatillos, peppers, and garlic off of the heat, and I'm just going to let them cool for a few minutes while we set up the blender. We've got everything loaded up into our blender. So to that, we are going to add in about a teaspoon of salt, and I've also left one of my jalapenos to the side because they can be very wily on the heat spectrum. So I will blend this up, give it a taste, and see if I want to go ahead and add in that second pepper. Let's give this a taste. I went ahead and added in that last jalapeno, and I think it just needs a touch of salt, as well as some lime juice. Let's go ahead and add in about half of the lime juice. We can always taste this and adjust it again. Let's add a little bit more. Actually, there we go. So that's the juice of 1 lime. I went ahead and put our salsa into a bowl and let it cool off for a few more minutes because it was still pretty warm, even after blending it up. So now we are ready to add our onions and cilantro. From here, go ahead and add more salt if you need to. I think that this tastes pretty good as is. So from here, I'm just going to cover it up and pop it in the fridge for about a half an hour or so, just so all the flavors can hang out. And then it is ready to serve. Thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, please give a like, share, and subscribe. And as always, until we eat again, y'all, aloha!